Hello, motherfuckers. What's happening, hellraisers and harlots? Hey there, all my bad bitches and unproblematic niggas up, down, and all around the internet. It's I, the one, the only, Kimber Shan. Don't call me Kim Ho. It's okay to be extra because I tell it like it is. And welcome to A Quickie with Kimber Shan, the show that gives you the facts, foolery, the fuck ups, tells you something, and drops some Kimspiration all in 20 minutes or less. Because who doesn't love a quickie? Well, hello, y'all. Welcome back, and I'm reporting to you live from the Atlanta States of America. That's right, I'm home, baby, and it feels so fucking good to be back. Today, actually, is my mom's birthday, and I had to pull up for the one time and stand on business. Okay, so shout out to my mama, happy birthday. So yeah, it feels so good to be home and I'm happy to be here recording and getting straight to it. Okay. So man, when I tell you pop culture has been on one this past week, like story after story, like I really had to pick and choose for the first time since I started this show what I wanted to talk about because there's so much shit going on. So let's just jump straight into facts, foolery, and fuck ups. So, my girl Beyoncé, as we know, the Renaissance World Tour movie will be in theaters November 30th. And Taylor Swift also has a movie about her tour, her Eras tour coming out. And it's out right now, actually. And Beyonce attended Taylor Swift's Eras tour premiere, which puts an end to all the online conversations about there being a beef between Beyonce and Taylor Swift. Online people are always putting artists against each other. And I don't know why people waste their natural black ass given life comparing Beyonce to any goddamn body. Let's start there. There's no reason that anybody with a piece of a brain cell should compare Beyonce to anyone because the numbers are there, the talent is there, the showmanship is there, the vocal is there. So I'm not going to turn this episode into another Beyonce rant. I'm not. But just know, you're wasting your fucking time if you're comparing anybody to Beyonce, Giselle Knowles Carter. Okay? Furthermore, Taylor actually posted on her Instagram story, she posted a reel with Beyonce. And in the caption, she said, "I'm so glad I'll never know what my life would be like without Beyonce's influence. The way she taught me and every artist out here to break rules and defy industry norms, her generosity, her spirit, her resiliency, and her versatility. She's a groundbreaking artist. She's a guiding light through my career. And the fact that she showed up tonight was like a actual fairy tale." So this tells me that her and Beyonce are friends. And all of y'all on the internet talking about Beyonce and Taylor Swift and beef, y'all can just shut the fuck up because Beyonce looked iconic as usual. And it was so cute because on the reel, like she threw some popcorn at the screen. Like, you so cute, Beyonce. Move on to my girl Megan Thee Stallion. She is now an independent artist. She is financing her next project herself, baby. She stated she is currently not signed to a label, so the budget is coming directly from Hot Girl Productions. She is in her bag. She is using her own bag to finance whatever the fuck she do. She stated that she's not looking to sign to a label because she wants to do things herself. And if you know anything about her, you know that she was battling a legal case against her former label 1501 for quite some time. And I think she was finally able to get out of that contract. So shout out to her. I mean, there's nothing like a bad bitch running shit. And furthermore, no more label means that there's nobody taking the majority of your profit. Okay. So that means her bag is only going to grow bigger. Like when you own all of your work, that bag hit different. Okay. One of the reasons why Oprah is so wealthy is because she owned her show herself. It wasn't the network didn't own the show, no studio owned the show. Oprah owned her own show. And that's one of the reasons why she's so wealthy. And hopefully, Megan owning her shit as well can lead to her being a lot wealthier down the line and not have to worry about people owning her music or things like that. So shout out to her, my Aquarius sis. Oprah's an Aquarius too, baby. We legendary, okay? Issa Rae just launched Prosecco. So she's getting into the wine industry and it's called Thee Rae Wines. And this is so on brand for her. Like another brilliant idea from my girl Issa Rae, who can do no wrong in my eyes, if you ask me. So she has a new Prosecco brand. And I just love seeing her expand and flourish in business. Like, the girl is a motherfucking big boss, okay? Gang, like big boss gang. Hell, you talking about type shit. Like, sis, I can't wait to get my hands on some of your Prosecco. Like, I'm going to the store ASAP to get mine. Like, Issa, I ride for her as well. And, you know, she really is in business. Like, she has a chain of coffee restaurants called Hilltop. She has a hair care company, Sienna Naturals. She has a record label, radio, Hooray Media. Like, she is getting all the checks, okay, in addition to writing and acting and just being that bitch. So, shout out to her. Girl, let me be a brand ambassador, okay? I'll talk about Prosecco all day, every motherfucking day. Like, call me back, girl. All right, moving on. Whoo, child, it's about to get messy, child. We get into the foolishness now. Will and Jada. By now, everyone has seen clips from Jada Pinkett's media run promoting her new book, Worthy, and several clips with new information are popping out all over the internet. And I think one of the most shocking, quote unquote, things that we've seen come out is the fact that her and Will Smith have been separated for 7 years now, since 2016, according to Jada. And the internet went wild with this information, like think pieces left and right. Everybody got something to say about it. And in addition to this information coming out, obviously there's information about her relationship with Tupac, saying Tupac is her soulmate and Tupac proposed to her. Like, there's so much stuff coming out because of this book. But another thing that intrigued me was more information about the slap. People's reaction to her saying that Will and her separated, because the first thing that people said is he slapped him and she wasn't even with her. No. He is still looking out and protecting the mother of his children. Regardless of them being separated, you still should protect women, whether you are in a relationship with them or fucking not. So I hate hearing those conversations about that. Like, I will always support him slapping the shit out of Chris Rock because Chris Rock fucking tried it. And more news about the slap came out when it was revealed that Chris Rock actually hit Jada up and asked her to go on a date with him. And she said, fuck no. So he had this animosity and resentment towards her from jump. So that definitely explains to me why the slap was needed. Sometimes you have to regulate on niggas. Now, do I think it was necessary to have the dramatics and things that went on along the line with it? Do I think it was necessary for them to pretend and put on this front about their marriage for such a long time? No, I don't. But I don't blame either one of them. For one, Jada is from Baltimore. And y'all know how them Baltimore motherfuckers get down. Okay, look at Krishan. People from Baltimore ain't got no goddamn sense. People from Baltimore are cold, and Jada is she's a cold one, okay? Because as soon as as one of the interview clips I saw really threw me when she said she couldn't understand why Will was so angry and passionate about the slap. When he said, keep my wife's name out your mouth, she said she couldn't understand why he said that because he had not looked at her or called her his wife in so long. She didn't look at herself as his wife for such a long time. And I was like, damn, bitch, that's fucked up. This nigga defending your ass and you over here running around talking about I ain't his wife. That ain't my nigga. Like, damn, Jada, why you gotta be so cold? And I like Jada and I like Will as well. And that's why I don't blame anybody for this. I see a lot of people picking Jada ass apart and I see people picking Will apart too. But the truth of the matter is that y'all are not in their fucking relationship. And you need to let these rich ass people mind their rich ass fucking business. I don't think you should compare or contrast or look that deeply into anybody's relationship, let alone somebody that is in a totally different fucking tax bracket than you'll ever fucking be in. So, with all that said, only thing I wish is that Jada would just stop telling us her goddamn business. Because Will ain't said a black fucking thing. Will has been quiet, as he should fucking be. Because Jada, we don't need to know. I get the book. I get it. You gonna get your bag and get this book off. I get it. But I would rather not know. I would rather not know all of the madness, because now I'm looking at y'all like, damn, y'all are both actors and y'all have been acting in front of us, the public, for 7 fucking years. And I just don't think it was necessary. But I do enjoy both of you. Jada, I think you're beautiful. Will, I think you're a great actor. Like, you know, I love, you know, some of the inspirational shit that you say, some of your content. Yeah, Will, I love like your inspirational content. Like, you put so much positivity out and just like, I love shit like that. So I don't have anything negative to say about these people so far as their art that they create and, you know, their body of work and things like that. But I just don't want to know. But at the same time, it's motherfucking tea. So I hope y'all figure this shit out, because I don't like the fact that y'all felt like y'all had to put on a show for us. Like, if y'all were just honest, we would have been all right. We would have been okay. We would have been perfectly fine. But let's move it on down. Sexyy Red is pregnant. And this comes literally, what, a week or so after her sex tape dropped. And she's pregnant as fuck. At first, I thought Shawty was trolling. I thought she was just making, you know, some ridiculous content. But no, Shawty is showing. And she has recently posted that she was sucking it in a lot of performances and a lot of appearances, and that she's been pregnant as fuck, because she's definitely showing now. And congrats to her and her new baby. I don't know who the baby daddy is, because her baby daddy is in jail, and I thought the whole Free My Baby Daddy was a whole movement, but I guess not. I guess the fuck not. But yeah, she announced her pregnancy with a picture that said Team Boy or Team Girl, and everybody was like, what the fuck? Make some noise, what the fuck? But yeah, Sexyy Red is pregnant. And speaking of motherfucking pregnancy, child, our little mermaid, Halle Bailey, it is official. There are no more questions to be asked. If you have not seen the fucking photos, go to TMZ.com, go to Shade Room, go to wherever you need to go, because our little mermaid is pregnant as fuck by DDG. They were spotted in Santa Monica together, and the belly is bellying, okay? She had on an oversized hoodie, I guess, trying to look discreet, but baby girl, we know something in there. There's no denying it at this point. Like, there's nothing that you can say to deny it. But you know what, Halle? I want to congratulate you, because it's not my space to make comments on her motherhood or her choices about her life. Like, I support this girl. I think she's great. I think she's beautiful. I think she's a wonderful singer, a great actress. And I think she's genuinely a great person. Like, she seems so sweet and down to earth. And all of my smoke is for this nigga. Because how dare you shoot up her motherfucking club, DDG? How fucking dare you? But with that said, I do want to say that I have some rules for niggas such as DDG that are pretty much gonna be a professional baby daddy. So my first rule for all you niggas that impregnate or date or wife a very powerful, successful woman such as Halle Bailey, such as like Nicki Minaj and her raggedy ass nigga. Like, if you date a powerful, successful woman, there are some rules that you should abide by. Rule number 1, shut the fuck up. That's the first rule. We don't want to hear about you. We don't want to see you. We don't want nothing to fucking do with you. We just want you to not embarrass our faves. Don't fucking embarrass the people that we ride for, the people that are talented, the people that are creating, the people that are giving birth to your motherfucking kids. Don't embarrass them. Just shut the fuck up. That's all they ain't even no other rules. Rule number 1, shut the fuck up, because we don't want to hear from you. We don't want to see you, and just don't embarrass the people that we ride for. That's all you got to do. Do you realize how much of a blessed position you're in to be dating somebody of that caliber? You're fucking blessed, nigga. You don't got to do a black ass thing. So the least you can do is shut the fuck up and not embarrass the person that you're with. That's all I ask of you. And that's probably all that the woman you're with is going to ask of you. So niggas around the motherfucking world, just shut the fuck up if you're with a powerful, successful woman, and just stay behind the scenes and leave us alone. That's all, folks. So let's go ahead and move on to Let Me Tell You Something. And I was having a conversation with a friend recently, and the conversation topic came up about knowing who you are. And it really got deep because I kind of started to think like, well, what does that even really fucking mean? Like, people always say, I don't know who I am. I don't know who I am. I need to find myself. I don't know who I am. I need to. And I just feel like knowing who you are is a lifelong process. That's the conclusion that I came to. Because when you think about feeling like you know who you are, there's not one single answer to that. There's so many layers to knowing who you are. So I don't think there'll ever be a definite time where you feel like, I know who I am. I feel like there's so many factors that go into that feeling, or just being a human being in general. And I think some of those factors just look like taking the time to just check who you naturally are. Like, to just check on, what do I like? What do I not like? To check on your self-worth, to check on your non-negotiables, to check on your standards, to check on your morals. Like, what do your morals look like? What shapes you as a being? Because you already have those things inside of you. I think another thing you have to check on is your self-respect. I think you also have to check on your confidence. I think you have to check on your boundaries. Because boundaries are one of the most important things that you could ever have in your life. And I feel like knowing who you are and knowing what your boundaries are go hand in hand. The same way self-respect, self-worth, confidence, acceptance, and self-love go hand in hand. I feel like all of those things tied together create you feeling like you know who you are inside. And I truly don't think there's going to be a aha moment where it's like, I feel like I know who I am. I think it's a lifelong job to stay true to who you are. I think it's a lifelong job to always put yourself in a space where you feel good about who you are every morning when you wake up. So my answer towards feeling like you know who you are just goes down to being yourself and being okay with that and being comfortable with that and accepting that and having those boundaries and having that self-respect and self-worth and the things that shape you and make you you. That's how you know who you are. And it's always been there, and it's always been inside of you from day one. You just have to keep constantly making it a real thing for you. So let's move on to Kimspiration. And coming off of what I just spoke about, knowing yourself in Let Me Tell You Something, my quote for this week is, life is not about finding yourself. It's about being who you know you really are. And I pretty much just explained that, but just to elaborate, each one of us deep down inside, we know who we are. We know what we want. We know our boundaries. We know what feels right and what feels wrong. We know our morals. They're already there. We already have everything we need inside of us. You just have to not be afraid to be that. You just have to not be afraid to be who you really are. That's when you're yourself. That's when you know yourself. That's when you quote unquote find yourself. Because I don't believe that you have to go out somewhere else to find yourself. It's already within you. You just have to accept and be okay with that. And that wraps up today's show. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. Go ahead and follow us at A Quickie Pod. Follow me at the Kimber Shan Show everywhere. And I want to leave by saying thank you all once again for listening and taking the time to speak to your girl. And remember my 3 principles: love yourself, respect yourself, and accept yourself. Bye. And it's a